17.84% net interest per year. That is what you get if you invest in Mansa X special fund, meaning that this is what people who invested in Mansa X got after tax obligations and after deducting management fee and all the other fees that are required in this particular fund. These are amazing returns, I would say, better than all the money market funds in Kenya. Many people think that Mansa X is a money market fund, but it's not. So if it's not a money market fund, what is it and how safe is it to invest in this particular fund? If you want to learn about how you can earn such good interest or such good returns on this particular investment and how safe it is to invest in Mansa X, make sure that you watch this video to the end. We are going to cover the regulations of the fund, the past performance of the fund, the benefits of investing in this fund, and where they invest your money. As an investor, if you give them the money, where do they invest your money? We're also going to go through this fund fact sheet and the risk involved in the investing in Mansa X. And at the end of the video, we are going to look at how much are you going to earn after 1 year if you invested 1 million Kenya shillings on this fund. Happy New Year and welcome to Study of Wealth. Like and subscribe to my channel for more investment opportunities, reviews, and also investment tips. So, to the video. Mansa X is a collective investment scheme, meaning that they collect funds from different investors and then they invest in different instruments, just like money market fund, but there is a difference and I'll explain that. So Mansa X is regulated by Capital Market Authority and they are listed under approved collective investment scheme, which means they have to follow the rules and the regulations from the Collective Investment Scheme Act of 2021, which we are going to discuss in a few. So as we do it here, we have to look at who owns the fund, who manages it, and who is in charge of making sure that the regulations are followed. And as you can see from here, the fund is managed by the Standard Investment Bank. The Kingsland Court are the trustees, meaning that they are in charge of making sure that the fund follows the regulations and the guidelines as per CMA. Then the custodians are the I&M Bank, meaning that they hold the investors' money, and now the job of the fund managers who are the Standard Investment Bank, their role now is to make sure that they find good places to invest your money as an investor, and so to make sure that you get good returns. So all these are regulations or requirements by the CMA that the fund has to have a fund manager, a trustee, a regulator, custodian, and an auditor, just to make sure that they are following the rules and they are doing as per the books. Now, to how they allocate the investors' money, which determines how safe your money is in such a fund. And to be honest, this fund is very, very well diversified, and the risk of losing your money is very low because they have diversified the investments to make sure that they cushion you as an investor from losing your money. So you can see from this, they have diversified the investors' money in 10 different instruments. And number one instrument is fixed income instruments, which also include things like government securities. And they have invested the largest portion of their money into this. They have 15.68%. They have also invested in interest rate derivatives, 7.52%. They have invested 6.12% of the fund into S&P 500. They have also invested 5.89% into gold futures. So Meta Platform Inc., I know we all know of Meta. They have invested 5.42%. Apple Inc., they have invested 5.11%. The Southern Company, they have invested 4.03%. The Well Tower Inc., they have invested 3.52%. Bamburi Cement, they have invested 2.04%. And cash equivalents, just to make sure when you need your cash, you can get it. They have money there, a percentage of 1.97%. And you can see how well diversified this fund is. And this is to make sure that you don't lose your money, or if one instrument doesn't do well, it is covered by other instrument. And this is how they make sure that they get you great returns. And you can see from this list also that they have invested in different places internationally also. So for those people who think, and from this is what makes Mansa X different from a money market fund based on where they invest their money. Money market funds usually invest highly or majorly in government securities, but you can see Mansa X have invested in different companies and mostly in international companies. So for those people who are worried in investing in money market funds because they feel that the economy of Kenya is not stable, or they're worried about the Kenyan economy, this is a very best alternative for you, because you get to enjoy a well-diversified instrument in the same class as money market funds, because they are all in the collective investment scheme, and you get to enjoy international investment and the same kind of diversification, although riskier than money market funds, but they are well diversified, making sure that it is also low risk. Okay. Next, we are going to look at the past performance of this fund. And as you can see here from this table, this is a 12-month performance period. And from this, we can see 2019, they had 24.01% as gross returns, and the investors, they got 19.01%, meaning that this is the net return, what the investors get. In 2020, we had 23.75%, and the investors got 18.75%. In 2021, the fund had 20.45% as the returns, gross returns, and the investors got 15.45%. And in 2022, the returns of this investment was 20.59%, and the investors, they got 15.59%. In 2023, they had a gross return of 23.01%, and the investors got 18.01%. This is very impressive, and better than money market funds. And you can see how well the fund has been performing over the years. Next, we are going to look at the features, including the fees, the taxes, and what you need to start investing in Mansa X. So from this screenshot, you can see that they have 0% initial fees, meaning that when you're joining, or when you want to start investing in Mansa X, you don't need to pay any fees. Then we have 0% redemption fee, meaning that when you want to exit, you don't need to pay anything. And then the minimum investment is 250,000 Kenya shillings for those who are investing in the Kenya shillings account. And for those who are investing in the dollar account, because we have Mansa X dollar account, you get to invest the minimum investment that you can make is $2,500. And for the minimum top up, we have 100,000 Kenya shillings. And for those who are investing in the dollar account, you get to pay, or you get to start to top up $1,000. Yes. Next, we have 6-month lock-in period, and what this means is, if you invested, for example, you take the minimum of 250 Kenya shillings today, it's locked for 6 months, after which you can decide to leave it in your account, withdraw partially, or withdraw everything from the account. After this lock-in period, you can access your money within 48 to 72 hours. The remaining money in the account will continue earning you interest, and you can withdraw it at any time you wish. Also, if you decided to top up, the top up is again locked for 6 months. So for example, you decided to top up the 100,000 Kenya shillings, then that 100,000 Kenya shillings will be locked in for 6 months before you can access your money. Yes. Then we have 5% financial service charge prorated daily over 365 days. Meaning, if for example you had our minimum investments of 250,000 Kenya shillings, a 5% financial service charge prorated daily means that you will be paying 12,500, which is the 5% of 250,000 Kenya shillings per year, divided by 365 days, which will give you approximately 34.25 Kenya shillings per day as the service charge. So if you invested the minimum amount of 250,000 Kenya shillings, you'll be charged approximately 34.25 Kenya shillings each day for the financial services. I hope I have made that clear. Yes. Then we have 10% performance charge applied on the surplus when a return above the 25% hurdle rate is attained on the Kenya shillings fund. Meaning, if the fund attained above 25% interest on your money, you are charged 10% on anything above that. For example, if in a certain year, the total returns are 27%, yes? The hurdle rate in this case is 25%. Now, 27 minus 25 gives you the excess returns, which is 2%. The performance fee will be the 10% of the 2% excess returns, which gives you 0.2%. So the net return to the investors would be 27% minus 0.2%, which will give you 26.8%, which is not very bad. It's still good because they're not taking a lot. Yes. And remember, this is charged on the extra returns, not your initial returns. Okay. On the extra returns. All right. I think it's also good to note that Mansa X, they do have compound interest, and you get to enjoy the fact that the professionals do all the hard work for you, and to make sure that your investments or the money that you have invested in this instrument, they give you amazing returns. And like if you had to go through identifying this instrument and investing in each one of them, it would be a lot of work. And this, I think it's a very good alternative for you to just invest in all these instruments at a go. You just give Mansa X your money, professionals do the work, and you get the returns. Yes. Now let us look at how risky this investment is. And you can see from this screenshot, they have given it a 2, meaning it's relatively low risk. And of course, it's riskier than money market funds, but still, I think it's a very good, and I would say it's a low investment opportunity. But I also want us to look at this disclosure. Let me just highlight a few things. You can go through it, the whole part of it, but what I want us to focus on is that they don't guarantee capital preservation. And like money market funds who guarantee capital preservation, Mansa X, they do not guarantee capital preservation, and there is a potential risk to lose some of your investment. But the fund is well diversified, which makes it low risk, and that's why they have given it a 2, because they have diversified. They have diversified the funds to make sure that you don't lose all your money, or your money is protected. But the underlying asset, according to this disclosure, is high risk, but the investment itself is low risk. Okay, and I will keep on saying this: invest what you can afford to lose. It is recommended that you have 10 to 20% of your investment in a single investment. So if 250,000 Kenya shillings is within your range, is within the range of 10 to 20% of your investment, then this is an amazing, it's actually an awesome investment. You can even invest 1 million or more if that is between 10 to 20% of your investments. Yes. Now, a question for you: if you had this amount of money, is this an investment you would consider? Please type yes or no in the comment section. I would really appreciate that. Moving on, let us look at what your earnings would look like if you invested 1 million Kenya shillings in Mansa X. And we are going to look at the past performance first, and then we're going to look at what you should expect in the future. What I mean by this is we're going to look at if you invested like 1 year ago or 2 years ago, what you would have at this particular. Now, this is the growth of 1 million Kenya shilling investment from 1st January 2019 to 30th September 2024. So if you invested 1 million Kenya shillings in January 2019, in September 30th 2024, your account would read 2,701,367. That is almost double your investment. That is how good this investment is. Now, let us look at how much you would earn after 1 year if you invested 1 million Kenya shillings today. So with a net of 17.84% per annum, which is what they have managed to give their investors over the years, you would have approximately 178,000 Kenya shillings at the end of the year. So if you invested today, at the end of 2025, you will have 178,000 Kenya shillings as your interest in your account. That is around 14,000 per month, which is a very, very good return for 1 million Kenya shillings. So if you're looking for other investment opportunities in 2025, you will like to watch this video on 5 places you can invest your money, and I have also included their risk profile. So thank you for watching and happy investing. Bye for now.